Welcome to Paul's Heart. I'm Paul, author of the book Paul's Heart, Life as a Dad and a 35-year cancer survivor, available on Amazon. Time for me to introduce another prop to you. This is called a spirometer. Now, if you've ever had any kind of lung surgery, heart surgery, pneumonia, perhaps if you have asthma, you've seen one of these devices. And you know then right away that this is boring, not fun, can also be difficult. Simple task really is you put the mouthpiece in and you're expected to inhale strong enough to move this blue disc all the way up to the number that's set for you. In this particular instance, this particular spirometer came from my last heart surgery, and I was expected to eventually get my inhale up to 3,000. All the while you're drawing this up like that, there's another gauge over here with two blue arrows here and a little ball. And the idea, when you inhale, this thing's going to raise, and you need to keep it between these two as you're getting this device to go all the way up to the 3,000. I personally don't like using this. It is important as a cardiac patient, as well as somebody who has damage to his lungs from his cancer treatments, that I do what I can to keep my lungs expanding. It helps to prevent pneumonia, may also play a role in preventing blood clots, I don't know. But the idea is to keep the lungs expanding. So we're gonna see where I'm at with this. It's been, let's see, I had my valve replaced back in 2021, so it's been 5 years since I've touched this bad boy. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so you can see that I just barely got it above 2,000. So in theory, I should really be using this again. When I was in the hospital, they would have us using this, doing about 4 or 5 reps at a time, several times a day, until I would get the number up to 3,000. But you know what? That's boring. So I've been trying, this is my 3rd attempt at this post. So I want to show how I exercise my lungs. I like to sing. I've been doing it my whole life, and really one of the most important components of singing are the lungs. And that means to be able to hit proper notes, stay in tune, get the notes, get the music out. You have to have the power in your lungs. So I use singing to exercise my lungs. Now, I can't do it the way that I used to, but I think I still have some of it still there. So what I'm going to try and do, TikTok has dinged me twice now, once for the entire song and one for what I thought I'd be safe, just putting a snippet. So I'm eliminating the music. So I'm going to attempt to do this a cappella, which is going to be a challenge for me, but we'll see if I can get past TikTok with this one. So let's see what happens. I'd heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. 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 Yeah. So as you could hear me do that, I should have been able to sing through a lot more of the line than what I did. But that's the decreased lung capacity that I have. Something also called restrictive lung disease, which comes from radiation damage to my lungs. There was a time that I used to be able to blow that whole line out at a time. I just can't do it anymore. In fact, actually, when you hear me talk, you can sometimes hear me gasping for air to draw more air in when I talk. That's what the spirometer's for. You use it enough, you get up to the number you should have, and that should keep your lungs going strong. I prefer to do it a fun way. So when I'm not on TikTok, I do have my sound turned up, and I'm entertaining anybody who's within earshot of the house that can hear the music. So until next time, this is Paul's Heart.